Alright, here we are, Spiral Abyss 12. If you saw my Spiral Abyss 11 video, I was trying to beat the whole Abyss with the mono team, but it didn't quite work out for 12 due to the bosses and the resistance, plus the Abyss lectors. So I went with the Raiden National team, replacing Xingqiu for Childe, and my classic Hutao team, where I just replaced Toma for Ganyu, so that way I could deal with the water lectors. Alright, here we are on the first floor. I went with the Elemental Burst. Start out where I accidentally switched into Bennett, but I wanted to use Raiden's Elemental skill. I got Bennett's ultimate out, then I did Childe's ultimate, then I did Zhangling's ultimate, and then I had to wait for this guy to land to do Raiden's ultimate. Now, just kind of beated it down for it to kind of go into like his other little phase there. Move away again. Go back, beat it with Childe a bit. Then I do Bennett ultimate to Childe ultimate to Raiden. Then just kind of like beating it down, dodging a bit. And a couple more hits, and that activates the robots. Wait for him to form. Then I got Bennett ultimate, activate Raiden's skill, Zhangling's ultimate. Then I just kind of use Childe to beat them down the rest. That way I can just kind of get like the AoE effect. Then I come back to the robot. I switched out of Childe's ultimate form too fast. I should have used the ultimate in the form. Now I'm just trying to get energy back, but I'm having a little trouble. Eventually I get Bennett's ultimate, then I use Raiden's ultimate. I do it at the worst time where it had a shield, blocked all that, but I still just beat it down, and that's it for first floor. This floor wasn't too bad. I start out using Ganyu's skill, so that way they charge that. Kazuha's skill to Kazuha's burst to Kazuha's skill again. Then I go to Ganyu's burst. Then I use Xingqiu's burst to Hutao's skill, clean up these wolves. Then I use Hutao's ultimate, so that way I kill the plant dude real fast. Then I'm just trying to get some water on that Abyss dude over there with the shield. Knock him away. Use Kazuha's burst, Xingqiu's burst, Ganyu's skill. Then I'm just like shooting this guy with Ganyu's skill. Don't even have C1. Still just does a lot of damage to Ganyu's burst. And I'm not really switching into Hutao because I'm just trying to like lower him down so that way he transform into a second form, so I don't waste Hutao too much. And then I do Ganyu's skill, do a couple charge shots so that way I can lower the thing. Since I have Xingqiu's ultimate, I said I'm gonna go ahead and just charge attack. It's probably not the strongest, but you know, it's Hutao and mine's pretty powerful. Go into Ganyu's skill to activate Xingqiu, completely missed, so I use Kazuha's skill, Kazuha's ultimate, Kazuha's skill again, and that takes care of the Abyss Lector. Alright, floor 12, chamber 2. I went with ultimates give me healing. Now, taking advantage of this invulnerability phase, I use Raiden's skill to Bennett's skill to Zhangling's skill, accidentally change to Childe, go back to Bennett, trying to get that energy up. Got Zhangling. Now that I have that energy up, I go ahead and use the ultimate of both Bennett and Zhangling into Childe's skill, so that way I can get that vaporize. Just beating him down. Use his ultimate. On top of that, transform into Raiden, but I don't have enough for the ultimate, so I use Zhangling's skill, trying to get Bennett his ultimate. Still just kind of waiting. Finally got it. So now I'm using Raiden's ultimate, and now I'm just kind of beating it down, taking advantage. I get the little crystal shield there, so that way this thing just reflects back at it, takes a lot of damage, and then the ultimate runs out. Activate the skill again, activate Zhangling's skill, go with Childe's skill just to kind of beat it down, and then transform into Bennett, does his ultimate to Raiden's ultimate, and then beat it down a bit, and that's it. This floor was terrible. I had to restart a couple times, but eventually I got it. So start out using Ganyu skill, to Zing Show skill, to Zing Show skill again. Then I finally used the ultimate, use Kazuha to gather up skill. Then I transform into Ganyu, use her skill. I went into Kazuha, but he didn't have anything, so I eventually used Ganyu's burst. Go into Zing Show, who doesn't have anything, so then I go into Kazuha, use his skill to his burst. So they're like super gathered. Use Hutao's ultimate, and with Ganyu's burst, and just Hutao charging, these guys go down really fast. So now they're in their ultimate forms. Use Zing Show's ultimate to Kazuha skill, just trying to keep them gathered as best I can. Back into Hutao skill, just trying to attack these guys, but I kind of let them just get far away, so that kind of hurts. I go into Kazuha's skill, then I use Kazuha's burst, trying to get them gathered a bit to Ganyu skill, trying to stay near the thing, and eventually one guy runs into it. So now I'm using Hutao's skill, trying to beat down this one guy in the corner. I'm taking a lot of damage, so I have to eventually get off. Go into Ganyu's burst to skill, then I use Kazuha, trying to bring these guys back. I do it a little bit, then I go really into Hutao's burst so that way I can heal myself. And then I'm just kind of like beating them down, doing some normal attacks so that way I can hit both of them. Use Kazuha's skill to Ganyu skill, and then I take them out. Alright, the last chamber. So I get the elemental burst. I start out with using Raiden skill, then I use Bennett skill, then I try to use Bennett skill again because I don't have enough for the ultimate. Still don't have enough, so I'm just kind of hitting it. So eventually I just switch back to Raiden, then I go back to Bennett. Now I got enough, so I do the ultimate. Switch over to Xiangling, but actually switch over to Childe, do his ultimate, then I go back to Xiangling and do her ultimate, and activate her skill, just get little particles, use Raiden, and use Raiden's ultimate real quick, doing a lot of damage to both of them, delete one, and take out the other. I still have the ultimate up, so I'm attacking one, and now finally we're off. Go back to Xiangling, go to Bennett, activate his ultimate. I see the robot running, so I use Childe's ultimate. They both get hit a little bit, but then I use Xiangling's ultimate, get into Raiden real quick, do her ultimate, and now just beating up on these guys really badly. One gets deleted again, and I'm beating up on this other one. Use Childe's ultimate, still not enough. Go to skill and finish him off. Alright, here we are, last floor, last chamber. So kind of wait for his vulnerability to wear off. Start out with like a skill from Ganyu, get Zing Show's skill to his ultimate, use Kazuha, then I go into Hutao, just attack it, try to get some damage. Of course it just runs away to the other side. I have to go back after it, hitting it, using charge attacks, doing some damage. Then I go into Ganyu, use the skill, go into Zing Show, doesn't work, so I have to go into Kazuha to dodge that, to his ultimate, to his skill. Then I have to run after it again. It's about to do an attack, so I use Ganyu's burst to dodge, into Hutao's skill, charge attack. It runs away again. So I use an ultimate, seeing that's about to do an attack. Charge it. Kazuha's skill, Zing Show. Use the burst right when it does the attack to dodge. Go into Hutao, use the skill, just charging, beating it down. Then I use Ganyu, just get out the way so that way I don't get hit by that. Zing Show didn't have it, so I use Kazuha's skill, Kazuha's ultimate, back to his skill, and finally Hutao. I have like 34 health, but I'm just charging it away, and I finally kill it. Alright, here's my character builds for each character. I go through the attributes, weapons, artifacts, constellations, and talents. You notice for Hutao, I had the Primordial Wing Jade Spear. That was mainly an accident. I kind of nerfed myself when I had Staff of Homa, but it is what it is. I got through it. So feel free to look through the stats and see what I was rocking. And you know, if you guys have got any suggestions in the comments on how I can do better, let me know. But I will talk with you guys later.